Mom will be all right.
In the aftermath of the explosion, chaos over the threat of another one.
So you need to go that way. You're blocked here.
Police are asking everybody to get out of the buildings and back up to the stoplight corner.
As people fled in a panic, others went toward it.
And the one running towards the building were the bomb technicians,
who would rush to downtown Oklahoma City from every corner of the state.
Just go right around this block, all right? And there's a post set up for the family members, and they'll try to get you hooked up with who you need to talk to.
Including Tulsa. Police Chief Dennis Larsen was the commander of the TPD bomb squad at the time.
So let's go back to that day. Walk me through where you were when you found out what had happened.
I was on this floor. The chief shows up in my office door and says, I need you in my office now.
At that office, the one where this very interview was conducted.
Just hand me the phone, and I looked at him and said, and I'm talking to, and he said, Janet Reno, the Attorney General of the United States. Okay. And she said, there's been a large explosion in Oklahoma City. We believe it's an act of terrorism. I need to know what assets the Tulsa Police Bomb Squad can send to Oklahoma City. And I told her all the things our squad possessed: robotics, X-ray capability, bomb suits. And I said, they're all at your disposal. When do you want them there? She goes, I'm sending a Black Hawk helicopter for the heavy equipment, and it'll be there in 25 to 30 minutes. Everybody knew, I think, within a minute of arriving, exactly what we were dealing with, because we were all trained at the same school, and ammonium nitrate and fuel oil has a very distinct odor.
Back up!
They went to work combing through the wreckage for clues.
The bomb technicians were there to determine what happened as far as the size of the device, how it was constructed, how it was placed, and when it detonated, the destruction it caused, and why. And that was our mission. We were the evidence gatherers.
Those gathering evidence would play a crucial role in the court cases of those found responsible.
We had to rebuild the bomb for the federal prosecutor so he could prosecute the case to say, this is how this suspect, what he constructed and what he detonated that killed those people.
Larsen spent the next 101 days working around the clock.
As you can imagine, every Ryder truck in the state of Oklahoma became the next bomb. And so we ran our poor canine pretty much 24/7. It was just one of those things. For 101 days, nobody on the team slept very much. If you got 2 to 3 or 4 hours sleep, you got a lot of sleep. At the actual site when we were there, they were running 16 on and 8 off.
Do you go back to that time at this time of year? Does the anniversary trigger something in you at all?
I have not been back to the memorial, having spent the length of time I spent there, and worked through the problems that existed, and the wide-ranging from recovering small pieces of plastic or small pieces of metal that belonged to the truck to scalp and hair from somebody who was a victim, and putting it in a DNA recovery bag so the laboratory could determine who this person was. I don't know that there's anything there that I need to see.
Until now, he's never done interviews about what he saw, and he says he won't be doing them again.
How did responding to the call and then spending the next 100 days there, how did that impact you as a person?
Probably need to ask my wife that question. Probably the hardest of that whole ordeal was realizing that when that bomb went off, that truck bomb went off, that the person driving it knew he had parked it directly in front of a daycare that at 9 in the morning would be full of the children of the men and women who worked in that building. And I cannot think of anything that demonstrates evil more than that.
The worst act of domestic terrorism and the people tasked with investigating it, like Larsen, led to equipment upgrades, increased training, and a better understanding of the threat landscape.
It was like a turning point in how vigilant we had to start, what we had to start looking for, and what we had to do to try to make it never happen again.